I still want to play more games. If only I could see the damn screen. Game within a game. Not gameception, just minigame. Anyway, what's up everyone? This is the Destroyer 229 and welcome back to Let's Play Mother 3! Last time, we explored the rest of New Pork City. And when we went back to the theater, Boney found a stink bug, ran into the sewers, but we couldn't pursue him. Now you're probably wondering why I'm at the arcade. Well, I did my own little exploring off screen, and I ran into this guy, and he said that there was a noise. It sounded like a dog whimpering, and referred to it and the sewers. He won't say it again, though, unfortunately. So that was my fault. My bad. But yes, let's go check it out. Really, you must like dogs then. So you go look for me? Okay, open this heavy cover. I'm putting myself at major risk, though. Okay, I'll open the sewer entrance for you. Here goes nothing. Yes, finally! Sewer entrance. You wouldn't believe how long I've been looking for any sort of hint. Because this game gives you no hint that it's inside the arcade. There's a woman that says, like, there was a ladder heading down or something. I hear Boney, though. Let's see. That's Boney barking. He must be nearby. Okay, well, at the very least we can cross over that pile of garbage. We can sneak up on this thing. Yes, we can! Metal attack roach. Oh, crap, and we don't have Boney, so this is going to be a little problematic. Lucas attack, Kumatora. Let's go ahead and just use fire. Alpha, Dusty attack. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang. Alright. 7! 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh, well that wasn't too bad. Heavily resisted fire, that surprised me. No, 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 no. Boney? Boney? Ah, crap, those trash cans come alive. Ah, that is one demented roach. And Kumatora wasn't dealt much damage. Oh! Dang. The heck is this? A putrid moldy man. Okay, Lucas attack, Kumatora try fire alpha, Duster attack. That does 109. 3, 4. Scatter poisonous mold spores. Ah. Oh, no one was really hit that bad. What da 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 da. Alright, madly bash. Dang. Oh well. They're not that tough, really. Then again, I am a bit over-leveled. Boney. Oh, hey, a hot spring. What's in here? Try your luck. Oh, great. Look inside? Sure. Ta-da! Saltwater gun, but you can't carry any more stuff. Well, at least it goes back. And it's an enemy. Alright, and what's in the trash can to the left? Ta-da! Magic pudding! Okay, so there is stuff. And a hot spring right here. Hot spring in the middle of a sewer. This seems like a very terrible idea. Oh well. We're not suffering the effects of drugs. Okay, so now what do I kind of want to grab those things, but I kind of can't. Should have put some of the stuff away. Oh, well, we'll be back for that, I suppose. Yep. Damn. Oh, hey, Duster leveled up. We're starting to hurt a little bit, though. I really hate to just use up food just so that I could grab some stuff. Yep, crap! Hey, Lucas leveled up again, too. Yay! Okay, I am starting to run a bit low on PP. Hey, mole cricket. Okay, sure, what do you have? Double jerky, an antidote, a fresh mint, secret herb, and a cup of life noodles. Okay. Well, Lucas, let's go ahead and use Life of Beta on yourself. Let's use Life of Alpha on Kumatora. Duster's fine. Go ahead and max out your HP. Let's head in the door. Well, there was that one guy who said that there was some place called MT Apartments and it was completely deserted. Door went open, there's no one inside. He also said it was abandoned. Oh, jeez. Well, Boney's still here somewhere. Boney? Boney! There's a save frog. What the? Pulling this rope would probably be extremely dangerous. It's that guy. I forget his name, but he was the bell ringing guy. Man, what happened to him? Boney? Okay, we can't go in any of these doors. Boney! Boney! I chased after a strange-smelling bug and somehow wound up here. Yay! Boney rejoined the party! Good to have you back, buddy. But never mind that. Look what's in the next room. I saw from down below, Boney. Yes, it's me, Letter, the bell ringer. Must be a real shock to hear me speaking for once. It wasn't that I couldn't talk all this time. I simply chose not to. As I rang that crossroad bell, deep inside my heart, I decided I would speak to no one. But the secrets I've been guarding are now starting to leak out. Lucas, the time has come to tell you everything. What I'm about to tell you, you might not want to know. Even so, you absolutely must hear it. It'll be a long story, but please listen to it all. I'm all ears, Letter. Given who you are and how you've lived, what I have to say will tear at your hearts. And there is just so much to tell. So I've decided to have the stink bug trembling behind me memorize everything I say. Ready, Mr. Stinkbug? That's apparently a yes. Long ago, there existed a world. A world different from what the people on these islands think of. This world was incredibly big. More people lived on this world than there are grains of sand on these nowhere islands. I know it may be hard to imagine, but such a world once existed. Understand? Yeah, a world where countless people lived. At some point, the world wound up destroyed. Naturally, it was humans who destroyed it. In the back of their minds, everyone had an inkling that it would happen at some point. And then it really did happen. And so, the world is no more. Everything so far has been about the end of the world. Do you understand all of it? So in this world of countless people, everyone knew it would end at some point. And one day it finally did. I understand. Just before the end of the world, a white ship came to these islands. On it were all the people of Tazmily Village. Yes, aboard the ship were those few who managed to escape the world. The people on the ship still went by their names from the previous world. This white ship plan had been set in place before the world was destroyed. And, although they're part of the world, these nowhere islands are a special place. They were the one place that would remain even if the world was lost. The one and only place where people could survive. And so the white ship arrived on these islands. Everything so far has been about the white ship. Do you understand it, all of it? So the few survivors managed to get on some sort of ship and go to the one place where human life was hospitable. And apparently they settled in Tasmeli. Have you committed everything so far to memory, Mr. Stinkbug? Apparently that's a yes. The reason these islands are special is because they harbor a giant dragon nearly as large as the islands themselves. The Dark Dragon. Long, long ago, people lived together with the dragon. However, at some point in time, the people and the dragon could no longer coexist. So using the 7 needles, the dragon was placed into a long, long sleep by the ancestors of the Magipsy people, who lived here since ancient times. Ever since, the Magipsies have guarded the needles in an effort to prevent the dragon from being woken until its power is truly needed. Thus, until the time of its awakening, the dragon continued to sleep as the power of the earth itself. And so because of the tremendous energy of the dragon hidden deep below, these islands were protected from the end of the world. So, people and this dragon once coexisted. But at some point, that coexistence could not be kept. And so the Magipsies, who were the original inhabitants, sealed the dragon away until its power was truly needed. Well, all this does sound familiar. Those who came here aboard the White Ship feared another end of the world more than anything else. They felt that the world's destruction was a direct result of the way they had lived. The people of the White Ship discussed things at great length. They shared their wisdom and spoke with grave seriousness. And then they arrived at their conclusion. They decided to completely erase everyone's memories of the previous world and start their lives over with new rules and new roles. Yes, in short, everyone would play out the ideal story that they had come up with. That is what happened. The people would restart their lives in a simple, peaceful village, in the kind of place they wished they had grown up in. They would erase their memory of everything, their world, their belongings, their rules, and then they would begin their new lives. Everyone's old memories would be reset and replaced with their newly created story. And thus, the village of Tasmeli came to be. However, it was necessary to record the fact that the memory replacement had taken place. The hummingbird egg was the device used to store the memories of the White Ship people. Wes and his son Duster, both playing the roles of thieves, were set to take action should a dangerous situation occur. Remember when they went to Asohe Castle? They went there to retrieve the secret of the people of the White Ship. And there's one other thing. Me. It was essential that one person retain memory of the previous world, to sort of keep watch over things. I was the only one in the village of Tasmeli who wasn't given a new role in the new story. The sound of my bell served as a suggestion to keep everyone's fabricated memories from reverting. My name, Letter, comes from the word leader. No, that doesn't mean I was anyone special. It was just that I was particularly taller than all the others. The almighty tallest! Oh my gosh! So upon discussion, I was selected because it would be easier for me to stand out. Being so tall, people would want to come see me, you know? And so, I was given the role of revealing these secrets when the time truly called for it. Everything so far has been about those who lost everything. Although Tasmeli Village exists in reality, it was originally created as part of a story. I know this may be difficult to believe, but do you understand so far? So in order to protect everyone from another apocalypse, it was necessary for everyone to erase their memories. Their memories were stored in the hummingbird egg, and Letter was the only one who was given who wasn't given a new role in this world. Everyone's lives were just fabricated. It was all a lie. But a lie to keep everyone alive, basically. I do understand everything so far. It's still hard to imagine, but I understand. Let me also talk about Asohe Castle. Apparently, long ago, a kingdom existed on this island, centered around the king of Asohe. However, when we arrived on the white ship, the people of this kingdom were gone. It seems they had left the islands, fearing the dragon's eventual awakening someday. Before boarding the white ship, Princess Kumatora was an infant who had lost her mother and father. Upon coming to these islands, she was given to the Magypsies to raise and given the role of Princess of Asohe Castle. Wes and Duster, being her retainers, were another part of the Fabricated story. Asohe Castle is one of the few and precious relics of this island's past. We crafted our story in haste, so the people inside it have very little past or history. Have you noticed no one in Tazmily can talk about things from 100 or 1,000 years ago? In truth, we had wanted to create an entire plethora of myths and legends. But our story was made in such a hurry that we weren't able to. It's a real shame. I'm sure that much of what I'm saying you'd rather not hear, but it's the truth. Have you listened to everything so far? Well, from what I can gather, Asohe was on these islands before the people of the White Ship. Kumatora is its rightful inhabitant. When she was a little girl, the Magypsies raised her, which explains why she can use PSI abilities. But no one can remember anything from even a century ago because no one had created anything from that time. Everyone was in such a hurry to get the story out that they had no time to create myths, legends, and stories of times past, only of times present. That is a real shame, to have no history and only live in the present. Have you committed everything so far to memory, Mr. Stinkbug? Truthfully, we had no idea how Tazmily Village would turn out, but things actually went rather well. The people who had arrived on the White Ship had fully taken to their new identities. They believed they had always lived together peacefully. It was when a person by the name of Porky stumbled upon these islands that everything started to go amok. It seems he used a time distorter machine to travel through time and space at will. However, he was apparently shut out from all other times and spaces and tumbled into this era and these islands. Even worse, he used his time distorter to bring many people from other eras here. The pig masks, as well as everyone in New Pork City, were all brought here and brainwashed by Porky. This Porky fellow seems to view these islands as his own personal toy box, with which he can do anything he wants. He would take animals apart and recombine them to make creepy new chimeras. As a childlike dictator, he began doing whatever he pleased, including building Thunder Tower and forming his own army. Porky eventually learned the White Ship's secret because of a traitor among the Magypsies. Do you understand about the intruder known as Porky? Apologies for the cut right there. Something came up real quick, so I had to go deal with it. But everything to deal with Porky. So Porky apparently came here from another time. I don't know much about Earthbound, but I do know about its characters. little bit about the story, but not much. So Porky apparently came here through his time machine and brought lots of other people over. And he brainwashed them and created this city, his own army. Everything is like a game to him. Messing with the natural creatures of the environment. Building Thunder Tower and using it to destroy any sort of resistance. And then there's this place. His childlike dictatorship. Newport City really does look very childish, very fake. I suppose Porky is just a child. This traitor was Locria, the 7th Magypsy, the only one you haven't met yet. After Locria joined forces with Porky, Porky learned about the White Ship people and the secret of the sleeping dragon. Porky decided to pull the needles to wake the dragon so he could use the power for himself. The dragon is the power of the very earth itself, you see. It's said that whoever pulls the sealing needles will become the dragon's master. However, only a very select few are capable of pulling the dragon's needles. Apparently, neither the Magypsies nor Porky have that capability. Yet the needles are being pulled now. That means Porky is somehow controlling someone who can control the dragon's power. We have to put a stop to Porky's antics. If we don't, the world will be completely destroyed again, and it will spell the true end for everything. For Porky, that might be the ultimate pleasure, but we can't allow it to happen. We, the last handful of people there are, absolutely can't allow it to happen. Lucas, it seems you're a chosen one, with the ability to pull the needles, sealing the dragon away. You must pull the dark dragon's needle with your own hands, and pass your heart onto the dragon. Let this be my one and only order to you as your leader. Do you understand everything about the dragon's awakening? It's basically what Aeolia told us about, or at least the second half was. So Locria was the traitor. The one Magypsy who didn't know where her own needle was, but she sided with Porky and told him everything. And someone other than us, who has the ability to pull the needles, has been brainwashed by Porky to pull them for him. If they win, then the world will end. So it's up to us to find where this last hidden needle is, and beat them out 4-3 to stop the Dark Dragon from destroying the world. It may be Porky's sick fantasy, but we have to stop it at all costs. I hear that 6 of the dragon's needles have already been pulled. Deep in the earth, the dragon is likely beginning to stir from its sleep now. Supposedly, the last needle is somewhere here in Newport City. Porky has been gathering everything that lives on these islands into Newport City to prepare for the final needle's pulling. It's possible that he's planning to hold one final twisted party. But now is our chance to change this looming crisis into a golden opportunity. All things may come to an end, or new and bountiful things may begin. Wouldn't you like to help that happen? Lucas, you were once a weak, fragile boy, but now you've been given a tremendous role to fulfill. Now that you know everything, including everything I'm sure you'd rather not know, the time has come for you to save the future of all life as we know it. God won't make you bear more than you can carry. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. Know that you aren't fighting alone. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, will lend you their support. That was a long story, but that is the end of everything I have to tell you. Did you understand it all? That is a very tough story to listen to. Everything in this world has been a fake. Lokri was the traitor Magipsy. Porky from another time. And trying to pull the needles for his sick amusement. It's also hard to take in, but what other choice do we have? I believe in you, Letter, and I understood it all. Only the Magipsies really know the needles' locations, so I don't know where to find them. But, from the way Porky and the others have been acting, I would say they're now very close to reaching the 7th needle. Please, Lucas, be the one who pulls the final needle. Porky issues his orders from the 100th floor of the Empire Porky building. Start by jumping into the fray and storming the building. After that, you can start looking for clues. It's been such a long time since I've spoken to anyone, and now I'm exhausted. This stinkbug should remember everything I've just said. Take him with you. That way, if you happen to forget anything I've said here, you can ask him to repeat it. Will you go with them, Mr. Stinkbug? Well, will you? Got the Stinkbug's memory. Alright, well, now we know everything. Everything up to this point. The backstory of Tazmily and the Nowhere Islands. The history of a Sohei Castle. The meaning of the hummingbird egg. The meaning of the needles and Porky's involvement in everything. We know the truth. And the 7th needle is close at hand. Porky is very close to reaching it. But we have to reach it first. So next time on Let's Play Mother 3, we're gonna storm the Empire Porky building and try to confront King Porky himself. So until next time, everyone, take care.